like one of those days all over again. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not exactly the best either, you know? But anyway, I'm just hanging out right now. I said that there would probably be a surprise stream on Saturday. Well, today is Saturday, and I guess that surprise stream is happening. Oh, and, I have other things to take place, BRB, so that we don't forever have Ross winking at us. But, I'll deal with those whenever I'm actually, recording streaming things. Tonight it's mostly just a pickup night of explaining some stuff, getting down some things I never really explained. It's basically just catch up night. But because I'm getting a little bit bored of Ross winking at me, I'm going to find something else to take over the time for a while. And actually, this wouldn't be that bad.
Hi, Hyun here with League of Legends.
No,
You're gonna
not
be saying
you.
wow every time you play
No,
this
not
video game.
you.
Now look at this.
Just because I'm insane. Oh, hey, somebody else is here. Welcome home. Nope, it's just me. Well, either way, there's not really all that much to talk about. And yeah, that's Jebel. But my main idea is that I'm just kind of hanging out for the night because I don't really have anything else specific planned. I'm not going to do any actual, game streams tonight because, Lord forbid, I don't have enough of that coming in the next couple days. But there are a few small things I do want to go over, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But right now I'm just going to kind of leave you guys listening to the World Revolving Jebel's theme from Deltarune just because, why not? It's a good theme. And I'm just going to leave you guys with that for a minute while I go and get me some snackers. I'll talk to you in a second. that was certainly nice. But anyway, sorry, Ross. I gotta get rid of you. Don't worry, we love you too, but let's not infinitely hang on this. How about it? Anyway, I'm just gonna go back to the classic. So anyway, give me a minute. I'm still trying to open up this jalapeno jar. It's evil. It's trying to. There we go. Because everybody knows if I am a Dillon, I am going to be eating so many jalapenos for no reason really, other than just I'm hungry and I don't feel like making actual food. So sit with jalapenos. Why not? But anyway, don't expect any actual like interesting stuff going on in this stream, because tonight it's, like I said, just kind of a pick me up night. And besides, I don't actually stream from Friday to Sunday. I mean, I'll stream on Fridays if one of my friends doesn't show up, but he usually does. This weekend was different. I didn't expect him to actually, not show up yesterday, so I could have streamed then, but I already told one or two people to expect a Saturday stream, which is probably going to be a super rare occurrence until next month, because in February I'm going to have to get better at what I do. Plus, I'll probably have better time management. And whenever I start going quiet, it's because I'm eating jalapeno. So, yeah. Mm. It's funny when you haven't had something in so long that you forget how much you enjoy it. Jalapenos are my thing. I don't eat them for a while, and then I finally come back and I'm like, why did I stop? They're so good. And then I remember, oh yeah, because my stomach's going to turn into a boiling pit of acid later. But regardless, let's go over some things I never really specified in the stream that I did last week, or 2 weeks, I forget. And the stream. Oh, hi, Fly. Apparently, you just decided to pop in randomly. But anyway, Fly, like I said before, I'm not actually going to be doing any game stream. This is just kind of picking up where I left off. Like, I need to explain some stuff, I need to talk about some things, but yeah, I'm not actually going to be doing any actual streaming tonight, like, game-wise. And good lord, how many mistakes can you make in a single try? Like, really, girl? Anyway, another jalapeno because I'm insane, and I'm still hungry, but I don't want to cook. But anyway, a few small things I want to go over immediately. Sorry, I had to get some root beer so that I didn't, like, incinerate my stomach. But anyway, one of my three top things that I need to describe right now is number one, what I actually expect to do with the DJER25 normal channel. I'm still turning that into a long play channel, which basically means I do the most gameplay I can in a day before I run out of time, and then I save it. Well, it's already saved, but you know what I mean. Then I'm going to chop it into 25 to 30-minute long episodes, basically doing a to be continued screen, kind of, and then just kind of coming back the next day and doing more, but I don't actually post any of it until it's all completely done. So that's how I'm going to be handling that. Number two, I'm still going to be doing a lot of IRL stuff that I want to do for Dillon Does It, and I plan on doing a bunch of different things, considering I do write. I do try to actually do some forms of art, even though it's, kind of garbage because I never actually perfected my skills. I'm still going to be doing cooking and stuff because those are things I just really like to do, even though, as you can tell from this stream, I'm too lazy to cook right now and I ran out of time anyway. And then, of course, there's the fact that here soon the houses are going to become a thing, and I'm going to have to organize that fairly well to the point that we have, separate channels other than just one big house channel, so that if you guys feel like you want to hang out with your friends in your house and you just kind of want to do whatever, then you can still do that and you won't necessarily have to have me or anyone from another house getting in the way of it. And then, of course, there's the fact that I'm still working on other IRL projects that are going to be kind of difficult. Like, I haven't said anything, but I plan on doing a Dungeons and Dragons style board game with future DLC, future expansions that are going to make it a little bit more strange, because I plan on adding mechanics that are kind of interesting, but at the same time, I'm also going to actually continue my writing for three reasons. One, I want to make books that come with the board game that you kind of get the experience from the past, and you're in the game, you're playing in the future of what happened after the books. Second, I do actually want to write the books I've had in my mind for many, many years now. And it it's a sordid affair because a lot of people are going to call it fanfic, and honestly that's not the worst way to consider it. But at the same time, I also do want to clarify that there are some things that are going to seem very strange. There are going to be moments where the stories aren't exactly going to make the most sense, but hopefully in future chapters you'll understand where all this is going. And last but not least, my biggest reason is because I do miss writing. I really do. Like, as a teen, I did it constantly. It was my almost everyday job in a way, even though I never got paid for it, and I still never will. But the point being, I just really miss writing. I can I can put my vocabulary and my dictionary and my enormous creative thinking into something other than just vocabulary. Like, I could explain this all to you, but you don't really get the feel unless you see it for yourself, you know? Like, if you can read it on paper, you see it there, you understand, you can paint it in your mind. I don't have to explain to you and then you picture it afterwards. You can unfold it while you read. Plus, I just really want something to do in my spare time whenever mechanics in the board game are acting wonky. But anyway, there are those things. I still do plan on actually doing the streams for Twitch and YouTube like I already explained in the past one, where I plan on recording longer games and games that necessarily you have a numerous amount of retries for, but I also want to make a clear jurisdiction between streaming games and recording games. Because you can stream games so many different ways, but recording them is where it all comes to light. Because I watch some YouTubers that stream and record, and I could watch their streams and be like, this could use a little bit of work. It's not the way that they usually do it. But then you watch their YouTube videos and you're like, oh, editing, uh, jokes. Well, this is something new. And I said it before, I'm not much of an editor, but that doesn't mean that there aren't like three or four at least other people in the world, if not on this channel, or any of my channels really, that wouldn't bother lending a hand. I know they would because I've actually had a conversation with one a few days ago, and they said they would love to, except the problem is they're kind of busy with IRL stuff just like me, so I can understand that. But the point is, there are some things that I believe are better left recorded, and some things that are just perfectly fine being streamed. I'm just going to have to choose a really, really good line by Monday. Because by Monday, I have to do both of those. I know, and just like right now, Fly is definitely saying themselves they would love to help too. The only thing is, not even I'm quite sure what I want to do yet. I mean, I have the games thought out, I have the three different places to post it thought out, but I don't necessarily have the bare basic bones, like the base idea basically. Like, I have the most centered idea about what I want to do and how I want to handle it, but I'm not quite sure where to organize it yet. And then there's also that funny little fact whenever I'm doing one thing and I kind of feel like it would have been better in another place, but I'm going to continue it anyway because I've already tried recording one or two long plays I inevitably ditched because, good Lord Almighty, I hated that. And the point is, I thought they would have been better at first being streamed, but then after I watched the recordings after I got ready to clear out my hard disk, I realized that it actually did pretty good as a long play. The only problem is it just didn't really feel like, there's a fine line between streamers and recorders. Whenever you're a recorder, you don't really have the haptic feedback right then and there. People aren't telling you directly what you're missing or what you need to see or what you need to do. Instead, you're doing it all yourself and trying to fill the air with your own conversation or your own information. But in streams, it's right there for you. Everybody's trying to help you out with their own knowledge. They're trying to give you ideas of how to handle certain things, giving you the best advice that people can give. Of course, most chats are kind of crap about that, but whatever, right? But the thing is, it would be nice to have some things be in a certain format and not feel guilty that I'm not doing it in another quite yet. Like I said in the YouTube tutorial, I plan on recording games multiple times because a lot of them I do enjoy just that much that I don't feel bad about doing a long play and then a stream and then maybe another long play. It doesn't bother me because some games you just never really get bored of. Some games you could do a million times in your life and still never fully feel like you did everything you wanted to. But my main idea here is that I do want to find some good places to split between the streaming and the recording, and as far as streaming, what really needs to be Twitch and what would be best for YouTube. Because it's not exactly just as easy as, well, this can go over here because it has copyright in it and Twitch doesn't do that. No, it doesn't work that simply. There are some things I still want to do on YouTube that Twitch won't get, but there are also some things that Twitch is going to get that YouTube won't necessarily be happy about me importing. So I'm trying to think of the best possible scenario for both of those, and then coming to terms with the fact that this is what I need to do. This is my best course of action. Gonna eat another jalapeno because I'm feeling it now. Oh, okay. 2 for 1. Sweet. I can do that. Hmm. Where's my nacho cheese? It'd be so good right now. Hmm. But my biggest problem right now is setting up my quote unquote schedule. I hate that word. So that I could actually decide what I need to do on what day, and if I miss that day, a makeup day to make up for that day. If you get my drift. And then there's also times I realize I'm gonna have to stop, well, not stop recording or streaming, but kind of put it on pause for a bit because I still do have things in real life that I need to keep up with. House chores, running errands for Nan whenever she just can't do it, picking up kids from practices, everyday, just normal life. So every now and then I might have to kind of work within constraints, but I'm gonna try my best to keep streams towards the evening to the night, so that no one's awake to bother me with it. And number three, I have so much more time during the day to work on long plays, and then I can just literally pause and split together what I need to in case I need to go out on errand run or something. But the fact of the matter is, I get that gut feeling that I'm really ready for this. 2019 is definitely going to be the year that I actually do a lot of recording and a lot of basically showing you guys what life would be like with me being in your in your like area or your neighborhood or something, and just kind of enjoying time with you guys in a matter that's not just text and a chat. You know what I mean? And then, of course, out of all the rest of the things I'm thinking of and all the things that are going on in my mind, there's also the fact that I also still have a special somebody towards the late evening that I still need to keep up with. I regrettably have to admit that there are a few times that I fall asleep way too early. There are times that they never they never actually send a message and they just wait until like 2 in the morning while I'm already asleep. But the point is, I try to spend as much time with them personally as I can because that's what they really, really ask of me. And that's if that's all they're ever going to ask of you, why not try your best to fulfill it, right? But either way, this one's not going to be so long. I'm expecting maybe about 35 or so minutes. It's not like I'm going on a big stream tonight because, like I said before, I don't usually stream on weekends, and if it is, it's a very rare occasion. I had to have screwed up somewhere big time to make up on a weekend because weekends I don't do much of anything unless it's playing video games on my own, spending all day watching YouTube, and literally just burning every option I have out, or third, just literally sleeping Monday through Sunday. I have done that before. Not Monday through Sunday, Friday through Sunday. I have done that multiple times in the past. I went to sleep on a Friday, I rolled over on a Saturday, went back to sleep, woke up a Sunday, went to the bathroom, got something to drink, and went right back to sleep, and then woke up Monday afternoon. I've done that many times in my life. But the point of the matter is, if I'm not doing IRL stuff or, doing gameplay and all on my own, weekends are typically not going to be stream days. I mean, they might be upload days depending on how many times I've actually goofed up the recording, or if something glitched along the way. But yeah, I know it's very impressive. I actually had an ex-girlfriend that laughed about that for like an entire month, just because of the fact I messaged you at 3 in the morning, and then you messaged me back 3 days later at 2 in the afternoon. What? I was tired. Seriously, you slept through all that? Yeah, I did. Oh, I wish I were there to torment you. And there's my exes. Anyway, the main fact that I'm trying to get out of this is the fact that there are a lot of things I do want to do. There are a lot of things I can't quite bring myself to accomplish or try just yet, but it's well on its way. And then last but not least, there is the biggest thing out of all of it: holidays. Holidays are going to be very difficult because some of them I don't really care for. I'm not going to lie. Back as a kid, February was my least favorite month because of Valentine's Day. It seemed like every time I finally going to spend it with somebody, my heart gets broken, they immediately hook up with another guy like a day or two before, and then I'm just forgotten, left with Nan like every year. Don't get me wrong, it's not exactly horrible that I spent most of my Valentines with Nan because it makes sense. But then there's also the fact that there are a lot of times that I kind of wish that I spent it with somebody. Well, my bad, Fly. I'm still not gonna lie. Friday isn't exact. Friday. February still isn't exactly one of my favorite holidays, but due to the fact that I actually have somebody worth spending that time with, it's getting better. Also, give me a sec, cause I gotta check to see if my thing is just goofing up. Yeah, apparently I don't get it. I have it set for live chat, and it's showing that there are three here, but it's only me. My This makes no sense. This makes no sense. But I don't care. Anyway, and then there's the fact that there are many other holidays that are even worse than that. For instance, I'm not gonna lie, my birthday is absolutely my least favorite time of the year. April, without a doubt, well, okay, let's rephrase that. The end of April to the beginning of May is my least favorite time span because it's my birthday. I don't want to get older anymore. This year I'm turning 25 and I am done aging. I could be like 63 and someone will say, "How old are you?" And I'm like, "I'm only 25." Yeah, totally believable, Dylan. Even you'll forget how old you are. There's still times I want to tell people I'm still only 23. But anyway, the point being, for holidays like Valentine's Day, my birthday, possibly things like, well, what I'm trying to say is holidays that don't necessarily require you to go out and do things, like Halloween or Thanksgiving where you spend it with your family. I don't actually plan on streaming those kinds of holidays, but things like my birthday, like Martin Luther King Day, like Valentine's Day, things like that, I don't really care to stream on because it's like, what else are you doing? You're sitting around, watching TV, watching YouTube, eating food, whatever. It's basically another day. So why can't you just use that day for a stream if it happens to be Monday through Friday? Yeah, see? Fly gets it. But the main fact of the matter is, I do have a lot of things in mind, and I do have a lot of things I do actually want to accomplish, but it's going to be a long ride, and there's going to be a lot of times that I have to apologize for missing something or not directly keeping a promise. There's going to be a lot of reasons I'm going to have to watch my butt, because I am already well aware that this is not going to be easy. But I said long ago that I was going to do this eventually. It's 2019. In April, once again, I'll be 25, so I don't care anymore. I'm going to do it. But that's not going to happen for another day, guys. Because honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. As soon as I cut off the stream, I'm going to go to the kitchen, make myself something to eat, come back in this room, watch like maybe one or two YouTube videos just to, pass the time while I eat. And then I'm probably just going to message that special somebody until like midnight and then probably crash. Oh, World is a lot of good game. That's a lot of fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I plan on doing Monster Hunter World eventually, probably next month, because February, I mean, that's whenever it was at its highest. And then there's the fact that I do want to restart it completely because I did do a lot story wise before I actually stopped playing up until the point whenever I was getting Final Fantasy 15 and Dissidia and all those, and they just kind of blotted it out. But I plan on restarting, going back to the original save, well, back to the original place that I started it all, erasing that and redoing it completely so that I can do it for YouTube like 100%. Because honestly, I want to say that Monster Hunter World is definitely a good YouTube game. Just like, excuse me, just like Resident Evil 7 would be a good Twitch game. Yes, I got past Anjanath, and oh good lord, that thing is evil. But anyway, yeah, I agree with Fly. It's a lot of fun. It's basically like the moment in Skyrim whenever you say, you know what, screw everything else. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and then you just get lost for hours. Oh yeah, Ajanoth is extremely strong. Like, I just barely survived that without a partner. I was literally at like a quarter health, and possibly one hit could have finished me, but I just barely grinded. I skid by so close that my face is constantly stuck to that thing's hip. But the main thing that I'm trying to get out of this is next week's coming. I have one more day to spare before I actually have to get actually involved in the streaming and recording. And then last but not least, I also want to spend a little bit of time playing some games in my spare time on weekends or days that I don't necessarily, well, that aren't weekdays, we'll put it that way. Like if I go on a trip with family or something, or if I happen to go to a store where I know I'm going to have to wait in a line or something, that's acceptable. That's a time that I can be away from streaming or recording on Monday, I mean on weekdays, and just kind of, spend some time in gaming while I wait for other things to finish. Besides, I might end up doing that while I'm uploading videos too. But my main point is next week's coming. I have one more day of preparation, and then from 3 to 9 or 6 to 9, Monday and Wednesday as usual, it's going to be YouTube Live. And Tuesday and Thursday are going to be Twitch. But throughout the day, before 3 or 6 in the afternoon, then I will be doing my long plays. And long plays are basically only going to be on YouTube on the DJER25 channel, because what's the use of having a YouTube channel if you literally don't do anything for it? Like, if I share it on the stream channels, then what good is the original? Except for, like I said before, video game reviews and stuff, but that's not going to be Dillon Does It. If it has anything to do with video games, it's going to be on DJER25. But anyway, it has officially passed a half an hour. I would say that's a fairly good amount of time to do what we need to do. So I'm going to swap over to the P5 shows over card, whatever that is, and I'm going to look up another YouTube video to finish, well, another YouTube song, I guess you could say, to finish off on. And let's see what I've got in here. I'm considering. Wait, under downloads. No, not downloads, documents. Ah, there they are. Well, I started with the world revolving, so I suppose I should go on ahead and do another nice mix. So enjoy your time as you listen to this, and once it's over, the stream will end. But it was nice talking to all of you. Thank you all so much for being here, even though it was only Fly, but Fly is good enough for me. As long as one person watches, who cares? And I will talk to you guys Monday night. And this time, no excuses. Whenever I say see you then, I mean see you then. Even if I do have Anthony hanging over my shoulder talking about everything. But anyway, I'll talk to you then. Thank you all so much. See you on Monday night, and have yourselves a wonderful night. Bye bye. Well, once I actually get this up. Ah, there it is. Alright, mic mute, and I'll talk to you all then. Bye bye.